What's up, guys? This is That Swimming Nerd, and I'm casting a game between two of my teammates, VDBatLCruiser and VDVikings, aka VDBatLCruiser and VDVikings, two Terran units, even though only one of these two players is in fact the Terran race. Now, strap in because we got a long macro game ahead of us. This game is 41 minutes, so I'm going to speed up the beginning a little bit here, but he said it is non-stop action throughout. I may or may not do more casts in the future. I don't know. I like recording my games and putting them up and kind of talking over them like a Would You Rather, the 2v2 to Master series. I really like making those videos. But if you guys like casts, I am never opposed to making casts as well. Both are very fun. I'm going to slow that down a little bit here. There we go. As we're now at the 2-minute mark, perhaps some things are going to happen. Things tend to happen in StarCraft. That's how most games actually end up going. VDBatLCruiser throwing down his barracks to complete that ever important OP wall in for Terran. God, I hate I personally favor a lot of early aggression as a Protoss. So I usually try to I shouldn't say rush to, but get an early War Prism and try to harass the Terran mineral line that way, because I mean, if you can kill off a mule, if they have a mule there or whatever, it could really hurt the Terran econ, because he always has to pull SCVs off the line and keep them off the line to make buildings and other such items. And as Protoss, I really like this map, because, like I said, I favor early aggression. I can put a proxy pylon here if I don't think he'll suspect it, or even here, because then he won't see it if he's coming along here. Any way of the such. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. Vikings, I wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing, but here's a pool, here's a hatch, 14-14 maybe, I don't know, who knows. Vikings is a very, very good Zerg player, hiding his Overlord back there, and APM spamming, as we all know Vikings loves to do. Actually, no one knew that. I just tell myself that as Cruiser is making a CC and throwing that bunker down to protect it. Refinery almost finished here. Obviously some gas is going to be mined. I wouldn't be surprised to see an early tech lab on that to get some early marauders out, because does he have any scouting information of Vikings? He does. He knows that there's a hatch down, and he knows that there's a gas. So, I mean, one could only be assuming that he thinks that there's going to be roaches, but he only has one drone on the gas, so his gas income is very limited, as that queen is now going to pop out, and another one quickly started for that natural expand. No, he already has a queen at the natural. That was for the main. So, creep queen coming out. Gotta love creep. 2 creep queens. Vikings, I must comment as a player, he does love his creep spread. I always hate playing against him because I know he's going to have vision of everywhere. Metabolic boost almost done. Man, is it just me or is metabolic boost pretty good? Like, I don't know, but it seems like it makes slings a lot more powerful than they need to be. Sorry for lagging a little bit here. I should probably run game booster while I do these casts. VDBatLCruiser coming with a 3rd command center, so I mean, he knows it's macro time. Tech lab being added on to that factory. Is this a reactor? It is. I could see these two switching in a very short time. Barracks producing marauders and factory producing double Hellions. Wonder what he will do, though. If you like I Make Vikings, who is the yellow Zerg, or I believe I could change that. Yes, I can. Here's the more standard red-blue. He is the blue Zerg. He did get HOTS beta, so expect some replays. Whoop. Now I'm going. How do casters like do the thing where like they turn the camera and stuff? I don't know. Did I pause it? I did. Oops. Well, that's very special. Oh, here's the arrow keys. They yeah, move across the map. That probably hurts everyone's eyes and is really annoying. What if I do this? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Oh dear, that's for vision. yeah, I have no idea how to do any of these control. Oh dear, I'm in spending tab. There's the production. I have no idea what I'm doing. As you guys may be able to see, Battlecruiser with the second OP Terran wall off. Yes, I'm calling it Terran OP. Not really, but PvT is my worst matchup. But I suck at StarCraft, so fair enough. Let me just comment about this map. There's just pathways everywhere. Like, if you want to go to grandmother's house, you can either go up this back way, maybe get vision of high ground, blink up. If you're Protoss, obviously this is TVZ, or you know, you could go straight the blunt way in the middle. You know, bam, I'm big bad tough. I'm gonna go up the middle. Oh, creep being pushed back by these great Hellions. You'll have to cancel those. But the power of the Queen can push those back. The Hellions are like, oh, well, we're not going to harass over there. But luckily, here's a way right into your third. Hello. Killing off that drone and these few lings with good micro. Good job, Cruiser. Even though I talk to Vikings a lot more than Cruiser, he's still a wonderful part of Team Viewer Discretion. If you are a Masters player and looking for a team, Team Viewer Discretion is recruiting. Just send me a YouTube personal message if you would be interested in that. This Hellion barely escaping, but good job by Cruiser. I will be uploading a few more Team VD replays, all the good games to promote the team a little bit more, and yeah, so expect those in the future. Double refineries on his natural, as this game is progressing quite nicely. He has a third command center there producing SCVs, mules, scans, whatever he needs. Engineering bay going down, double supply depot because he is a boss and has the minerals to do so. 1-1 upgrades coming here for Vikings. Those could be very crucial into the late game because you know, the first time you lose to an army that has higher upgrades than you, and you know that your army was so much better than his, it really takes you off. This is coming from a mid to low league player. I mean, is it just me, or do I lose the low league players and beat high league players, or is that like a normal thing? Because you know, it's like you do a standard build, and then the other person doesn't do a standard build, so your standard build is all crappy against his. And this Cruiser obviously knows that he has roaches at this point, making some Marauders. No, he's going straight to Thors because Marauders are for wimps, Thors are for real men. As he is getting those upgrades, vehicle. Is it? Yeah, Thor is a vehicle. I don't know whether it's a vehicle or ship, but I'm pretty sure it's a vehicle. Who knows? I guess I do know. Never mind. I'm not an idiot. I just play one on TV. Vikings, I hope he doesn't make the mistake of going Mutas, because the Marauders destroy Mutas. And sorry for saying Battlecruiser has I keep saying that Thor is here. I keep saying sorry guys. Battlecruiser has this little alleyway covered with siege tanks. I'm still so torn on this map whether I like it or not. It has a bunch of nooks and crannies that can easily be taken advantage of, but it just doesn't tickle my fancy. There's a little battle here with these roaches trying to push through. Both these siege tanks and Thors, they will quickly die, and I have to say Battlecruiser is ahead right here, even though he has a smaller army supply. But then again, Vikings has a fourth base here, and Battlecruiser is still on 3. But the Zerg does like to be +1 on bases, as double Spire heading down here, so he will be going Mutas. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to take out those Thors and factories quite early. I'm really surprised to see him go Mutas because he does have so many factories producing. I guess he's switching to a more siege tank army now, but he should really keep producing Thors as long as he has the econ to do so. Blue Terran vehicle weapons. I thought that was Blue Flame being produced now. Armor 2 on the way. What is his mech upgrades? 1-1 at the moment. So he will have the higher upgraded army, but less valuable, I guess you could say. I do not have the special edition Thors. As you can see, they're the regular old Thors. I may get, or I'm probably going to get special edition Hots when it comes out. So special edition mutas are pretty cool. Vikings creep spread. Look at this. This is quality creep spread right here. Just a ton of creep tumors. You could even expand this out even further. Oh, speak of the devil. He is expanding his creep so he could see everywhere. These overlords are having a little party over here. Who doesn't like overlord parties? I don't know. Let's follow this little battle here. I could see these roaches pushing out any time now. And oh, there they go. They're going. Whoop. Going around the crack in the earth. They're gonna do it. Oh dear, taking damage from sea tanks. So they're like, no way, Jose. We're gonna push back right now. Or we're gonna pull back. Cut our losses. And survive. What is let's look at the army tabs right now. The Zerg army is much more valuable in terms of minerals than the Terran army, but the Terran army trumps it in gas. But the Zerg army has these supply leaks, so pretty balanced. Their income tab, it does heavily favor the Zerg in both gas and minerals, with so many more harvesters. And whenever the Zerg harvester count is higher than the Terrans, that could spell bad news for the Terran army. Let's look at the units lost. Zerg has lost many more units than the Terran. Oh, don't want to put that away. As 2 more CCs are being thrown down by the Terran. He really wants to try to win this game, I guess, obviously. Overlord speed and the ability for overlords to pick up units has been researched, and he will try an overlord no, no, if he doesn't watch out, that overlord will die as well. That overlord will in fact die. Oh, but not before he drops a few units on here. Vikings is trying to pick off a few lone units to give himself a chance to do some damage, as he will go for this army and get those +3 upgrades. I mean, he is just focused on the upgrades. Am I watching a battlecruiser game or a Tasia game right here with so many command centers, so many upgrades? Greater Spire being warped in for the Zerg. Who doesn't like Brood Lords, aka GG Lords? And where is it? Is it back there? Yes, Greater Spire. So Brood Lords are really good, especially against a Terran that only has 2 starports, and only one is producing a Viking, with the other one a Raven. I don't know why I called it a Phoenix. That is for Protoss. As these 2 Hellions will get picked off quickly by. Yep, that was there to get scouting information. Let's look at the scouting information of these 2 players. Battlecruiser doesn't really see much. He did see the Greater Spire there, so that's why he knows to make Vikings to counter those GG Lords. Roach Warren, Infestation Pit, Hive Tech. Yeah, he has the basic scouting information. Let's look at this battle going on here, as I was way too distracted by the scouting information. Battlecruiser is now maxed, so what do you do with a maxed army? You start killing SCVs to make it more maxed. Yay! Silence, because nothing is happening. Vikings is these roaches and these Hellions are kind of in this awkward stage where the roaches, they don't really want to talk to anyone. You know, they're burrowed. They're like, oh well, nope, unburrow and kill the Hellions. And then they're like, whoa, Thors and siege tanks. Let's back up and not lose ourselves. 16 roaches and 4 infestors on the way for the Zerg. And Infestor Broodlord is kind of decent if you haven't been following in the StarCraft 2 scene. You know, they're okay. And the vehicle weapons level 3 will be done, so those Thors are going to be pretty OP right now, as FS Drake is now online. Hello, if you're watching this, leave a comment, Carl. Oh man, so I mean, who doesn't like a Max Terran versus Zerg army? I'm getting pretty jittery just waiting for this awesome battle to occur because death is going to happen. And who doesn't like death when it's happening in StarCraft is those infestors got a nice fungal on those Vikings, and if those Vikings fall, that'll be huge. But those Broodlords are just absolutely ripping through this army while they are not dying. But the Broodlords are in fact dying, and they are not cheap at all. As one falls, and the second one will surely fall soon. Maybe a supply block coming from VDVikings. No, he chooses to target fire down that Broodlord, and Creep is being killed off right now, or rather Roaches. I don't know why I said Creep, because who would target fire Creep over an army? I don't know, probably something I would do, but regardless, you don't want to hear about my crappy playstyle. You want to hear about these two Masters players who Vikings just beat, a Grandmaster in Heart of the Swarm. So he is no joke. He is a legit schmo. I don't know. He isn't just a Joe Schmo. He's a legit schmo. Mr. Schmo. So these Roaches do not want to die. Of course, who wants to die? Surely not these Roaches. That is for sure. My casting ability, you can tell I haven't cast in a while because I'm like, yeah, Roaches and StarCraft, yeah. These Roaches are taking a path less traveled, but they are going to find a hidden expansion that is just about to finish, and he will definitely not get a cancel off on it, but it will, in fact, die. These Roaches will go in here, pick it off. Burrowed Roaches at the expos. Oh, sorry about that liftoff. Roaches cannot, in fact, shoot up. That's something new that they might try in Heart of the Swarm. Just kidding. They would never do that. That would make Roaches even better than they are now. VDVikings with mech army. Terran mech is very good, especially against Zerg, as I cannot wait for this to happen. Raven's great for detection. You can throw down turrets. You can throw down point defense drones, whatever he may well desire. Roaches will fall, but the Terran army, instead of following them, will push out and try to do some damage into the base. But the Roaches will come back and say, "Hey, you can't go up there." I mean, this is a very awkward spot for VDVikings because he has so many drones that take up supply, and it's just like, what else do I have? Ultralisks, that's what I have. And my Ultras will rip through your mech one way or another. Corruptors trying to take out those Vikings, but will be easily taken up by the plentiful amount of Thors that are here. And this is looking like a very bad spot for Vikings to be in. He has the Terran mech army in his base, and he just, oh no, if he's not careful, oh no, this one's gonna fall too. Ah, oh, these Ultralisks are just falling. Falling and falling and falling, and bad is happening. Oh no. Vikings is going to fall. He's now supply blocked, which, not that big of a deal. We can just make a few more Overlords. Burrow drones, because who doesn't like burrow drones? As this Terran army is going to rip through his base, but he is not giving up. He still feels like his Ultralisks are going to do enough work to get the job done. He is now ripping through them one at a time. Ultralisk making up for what they didn't do before. Death is occurring as maybe not all the Ultralisks. Some of them do die very quickly. The Terran comes back, pushes back, says, "Oh wait, losing a little bit too much." He's now not favored in the supplies. Ultralisks are now here, and it's going to shift the favor to Vikings side even more as more Thors are falling. I mean, this army is just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I guess for the Zerg as well, but I mean, at this point, he just wants the Terran army out of his base. Lings, because what counters everything the best but Lings? Lings go and oh yeah, massling, killing off everything. Yes, go Roaches and Lings. Yes. And now he doesn't really have much Terran in his base at the moment, other than a few air units. I think at this point Mutas might help with Corruptors. Yeah, I guess he is going kind of Corruptors. No, where am I going? Corruptors, definitely, yeah. Leave a like for Corruptors. Who doesn't like them? the devil. He doesn't like corruptors. As these lings are like, oh, I heard you like expansions. Yeah, we don't really like them. So we're gonna just kill this one off. That was 400 minerals that he spent that he is not going to get back, but he is floating 6,000, so not too big of a deal. He does not want to lose this expansion, as 2 missile turrets are about to go up. This one I can't believe is not finished. There's so many SCVs around here, too many, but apparently this missile turret just isn't important enough. I have a planetary fortress. Missile turrets aren't cool. Where did this creep come from? Just random creep tumors? I guess so. No hatcheries around here or anything, but I do see a lot of creep tumors. But where did the creep start? Unless there's a creep tumor here connecting these and that got killed off, and some other ones around here. But instead of hypothesizing about creep, I will go and look at the Terran army. Big PF defending this expansion, as the bases on this map are getting limited. Players are like, what do I do now with my maxed army? Vikings is still trying to get back to the max stage, but if I know anything about Vikings, that he is very good and he likes to win, and he gets very, very angry whenever he does not get beta. True story. And I think he is very, very angry right now, as the Terran has just creep pushing into his base. If he's not careful, it might go into his base, and he'll be like, oh my god, there's creep in my base. And usually when there's creep in your base, you get very upset. Trust me, I know there's creep in my base all the time. I don't know where I was going with that, but all I know is the Terran is very sour that he cannot land this expansion. Terran trying to push out and gain a little bit more. I don't think he knows how much he is in control right now, because he can push out and win with good micro. If he really put his mind to it, he could do it. Let's see what happens now. These links will get picked off easily, like a 4th grader's nose. There we go. And now the supply lead is just now the supply lead is even. Or the supply is even, not really the supply lead, but no player has a supply lead, as it is just constant back and forth battle between these two players. Death is occurring. What a battle here from VDVikings. The Thors, the Ultralisks, though, do nothing because they get picked off so quickly. Death is happening. I don't even know what else to say, but death is occurring. But, oh, so many infested Terrans here are going to pick off these Thors one by one. Easy peasy, and they do not cost minerals, just energy. As here's an Ultralisk, you'll be like, hello, Thor. Goodbye, Thor. I imagine that's what they have conversations about. Hello, goodbye. These Vikings are fungled, and one falls, one escapes with 12 HP remaining. Now I have to say the advantage is in Vikings' favor. I mean he killed a ton of just mech army that was expensive. Now he's rocking the Fester, Ling, Ultralisk. He can get Broodlords out if he wants to, and his macro has just been great all game. While VDVikings was kind of feeling the advantage here without throwing down some extra factories, some extra barracks, heck, some extra starports, something to spend his minerals on. Vikings has shown his dedication throughout the game, keeping his money below like 600 the entire game. Because who knows when this game is finally going to have an outcome. I do. It's about a 41-minute long game. I shouldn't have said that, but you could just look at the timer on the bottom anyway. I don't know why I'm having a conversation with myself. Nope, you guys are listening to VDVikings cannot land this command center. I'm pretty sure he's pretty sour about that. Flyer attacks level 3 for the Zerg. This is just upgrades, 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 army upgrades. Yay! I don't know what that was for, but Vikings is trying to get back in the game. 3 Ultralisks on the way. Double rainbow across the sky. Fungal them. Yes, they are fungled. I love fungal growths. Oh my gosh. I cannot keep my mouse steady. VDVikings. It's like, yo, I'm going to land this command center. And Vikings is like, no, you're not. I have a burrowed roach there. Oh, I'm gonna waste a scan because I could definitely kill that off now. Come on, battlecruiser, think. Oh, there we go. Here's the army. And that scan's gonna die off. So that's just delaying time for that expansion to go down. But does he really need that expansion? He has a ton of minerals right now. This is the Zerg army just going back and forth like, yo, where's his expansions? Where is his expansions? I need to know. Killing them off now. But now, okay, I just commented on Vikings. Great macro. They're each floating minerals now. They each have a max army. They're just kind of they want to look for the good investment. And these siege tanks were not sieged up, so they will fall instantly with these ultralisks, and then they will go and attack these Thors. These Thors are fungal and infested. Terrans will fall. They will drop and they will go down instantly. This Zerg army might have a chance to win it right here. Who knows? They're just pushing the Terran back one by one with Ultralisk, but the Ultras do push back for some reason. Falling back, the infested Terrans are like, yeah, pushing forward now. Their time spent in the StarCraft universe is limited, though, as they're just standing there. Yep, then they all just blotted into blood. Apparently that's what they do. Wonder where they go after they die. Who knows? Who knows? Why don't they fungal this? I don't know. I don't know. Free Viking right there. And his name is I Make Vikings. Maybe he's a little bit like, oh well, I'm not gonna do it. I like Vikings. He only has +1 flyer armor, so that's something to be aware of. They do die instantly, like flies. Zerglings are like flies, you know. They're really annoying. They do a really good job at being annoying, but not much else. But there's a lot of them. They actually can be really annoying and get stuff done. Yep, there's my analogy of the day. As these Hellions will get a few drone kills. Not that matters much. As these Ultralisks are playing ring around the rosy with these wonderful Hellions. Now the Zerg's army is trapped in a corner. The Terran could be like, yo dog, here's all your stuff. I'm going to kill off your Greater Spire, your Spire, your Roach Warren, your Infestation Pit. And then the Zerg player would be like, no, I'm so sad. As this Roach will finally go down after having, I don't even know what armor that was. That was like Jesus armor right there. He had God mode. At this point I'd be like, oh wait, those Roaches don't die. Mass Roach, yay. These Lings are doing a pretty good job at not dying either, but those Hellions just rip through them. If I was the Zerg, I'd take these Ultralisks and just bam, just kill this off. Free Viking just still sitting there, but he has no AA other than infester fungals and infested Terrans. Wonder why they're called infested Terrans. Terran doesn't have them. I don't know. So finally he's like, oh, well, we're just gonna fungal this. Here's a few infested Terrans and a fungal growth, and it died. Wonder how this would go in Heart of the Swarm with the what does Terran even have new now other than Widow Mines? It's basically the same game for Terran, other than a few extra Widow Mines. Here's a bunch of production facilities that are going to be killed off, and if Battlecruiser does not hold this attack off and all his production facilities go down, he's going to be a very, very sad person. As now there's a bunch of Ultralisks that have no other plan but to attack, and they do a very good job at it, as these Hellions will fall instantly. And oh man, all these Ultras and Infestors need to do is kill off a few more Thors and they win. No, Vikings has the crazy supply lead right now. And it kills me that they both just don't throw down a few more factories or a few more. Or there we go. Here's another hatchery from Vikings. Here's another hatch that just finished that has a ton of larvae just sitting there waiting to be used. What are his hotkeys? He has 9 hatcheries on the hotkey 5 and 1 on the hotkey 6. He has 131 things in his army. Are you serious, Vikings? Looks like a cruiser's hotkeys. He has boring ones. Boring hotkeys. The PF here is going to eat through these Lings, but it will in fact die quickly as the mass repair for it is on, but it will eventually fall, I think. I hope anyway. But it is doing so much damage. Why did he take his army off of it? This is so huge. as it is GG. Not really, but that command center did play a part in the game. A fungal growth on the entire army, just absolutely eating away at it. Nothing has full health as these Ling Ultra build thingies going to eat through this, and Vikings has really pushed his way back into a comfortable position in this game, but these Thors are going to eat away at these Ultralisks. This one escaping barely with 134 health, even though that's not bad. Still not a lot. A few more shots from a Thor would have killed it off. Now the Zerg has the base lead, the map vision, the units. I don't know how Zerg keeps track of all this. There's crap everywhere on the map. Crap, creep, Ultras, Lings. So many things, and Festers are on the way. How do you keep track of this? And VDBatLCruiser's kind of pushed in the back of his base. He's probably thinking, no, what do I do now? I'm basically just out there to die. What I would like to see is some Baneling, just making some Banes going through, busting up his army, even though that would be pretty useless right now because you need a lot of Banelings to kill anything off. I just like Banelings because they're like suicide bombers. A little bit of information about me. I like suicide bombers. True story. Vikings is just sitting back in his base, or in the middle of the map, just chilling. I'm surprised to see just the lack of drops. I mean, you could do a couple Thor drops if you're VDBatLCruiser with a few medevacs. You could do some infestor drops and just fungal the middle line of the Terran, just something to kill off even some production facilities from both these players. I would have really liked to see centrifugal hooks. I don't even know what that does. Maybe someone can enlighten me. I thought it was the Overlords can carry things. Maybe it's the Overlord speed. Who knows? Baneling nest. What did I say? Speak of the devil. Because I know whenever they are making a Baneling nest, a ton of larvae that is unused and he has so many minerals. I don't know. I thought you had to keep your larva low as Zerg and your minerals low, but what do I know? I do know that Vikings has Banelings now. Banelings, Banelings, Banelings. Oh, Banelings, Banelings, Banelings. Huge battle in the middle of the map. Who will win? Who will win? Yeah. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. Yep. Infested Terrans being called upon by the infestors, and I'm sorry if you hear my dogs barking. I know they are annoying. You do not have to tell me. And these overlords are like, I'm gonna get out of here. Where's Vikings army now? Here's an Ultralisk. Where are these Zerglings going to? Let's follow their. Oh, they're just like, whoop, is anything there? No. Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are they going? Over there? Beep. Over here. Way over there. No, they're killing off these rocks because what else are you going to do at this point? 10, yes, a count of 10 Ultralisks are being made by the Zerg. This is death. This is death right here. If you guys want to know what death looks like, money scan, hello. Who does not like the money scan? I surely don't know. I just don't. As VDBatLCruiser wants to come in and kind of do some damage here, see what's going on. See, whoa, like what's the Zerg up to right now? What's the happening thing in the Zerg army as of late? And he will get picked off by the Zerg army. That is no question. These Lings get the surround and they will eat your ankles until you bleed to death. Ultralisks do not die. When I remember I first got the game, and I was playing with one of my friends, and he had Ultralisks. He like ultra rushed. He had like one Ultralisk, and I was like, how do I beat this? Because I was just massing stalkers, and VDBatLCruiser left the game. He saw all these Ultralisks and just was like, you know what? We're not even gonna worry about this. He knows that he had nothing at home. Vikings had a huge supply lead. It was just GG. Thank you guys for watching. I know I didn't do that great of a job casting, but thank you. Please like the video if you liked it, just like if you didn't, and leave a comment below. Subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Insert begging comment here. Goodbye.